Hello guys, this is your guy Frank Naro, and this is our first lesson in creating a hospital management system. That's our main project. And today in our first lesson we'll be creating connection from Java NETBEANS to MySQL database and also importing the database to Java NETBEANS. Very simple. First of all, let's tackle our interface, or let's set our environment. So first of all, let's go to tools and go to options, and you just go to edit and go to code compilation. When you open code compilation, you see this, and the language is all languages. Let's change it to Java. Let's make sure that each box here is ticked. Everything here. After that, go to pop trigger for Java. You only see this one. You just see only a dot over here. Just add A, B, C, D up to Z in lowercase. After that, you add A, B, C, D up to Z in uppercase to it. This helps you in coding. It auto suggests for you. So as we are going to code, you will see the importance of doing this. So okay, and let's start our project. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So first of all, we need to get our database and our table within the database. And our database we are going to create is hospital over here, because everything going on here will be about a hospital management system. So we will have a database called hospital with a table called login. So let's create it over here. I'm using workbench. So within this workbench, I'll go on top here, I'll click on it, and I'll give it a name, hospital, and I'll just click on apply. So this is just the SQL statement for creating a database. Create schema or create database hospital. So I'll click on apply, and our database is ready over here. So I'll click on this arrow, and I'll right click on tables, and I'll click on create table. I'll name this table login, and this login has only 3 columns for now. So we will create our columns. The first column is ID. So ID, and the data type is int. I will change it to varchar. I'll make it 45, and I'll make sure it's primary key and not null. As time goes on, we will be explaining the reason why we are using this, but for now let's stick to what we are doing. So the next column I will use is username, and it also have the data type via varchar, and the length is 45, and our last column is password. So we have password. Varchar has the data type with a length of 45, and that's okay. I'll just click on apply, and I'm done with the creation. So this is just the SQL statement behind this page. I'll click on apply and finish. So we are done with creating our database, also creating a table within this database called login. So I'll click on apply, and it is already been created. So when you go to tables, you see login. Let's fetch, and there is nothing in here. We have just uploaded 3 columns. So let me minimize, come to our project, and our first job in this ID in this lesson is to import our database to the ID Java NETBEANS. So you just come to services over here, you will see databases. So under these databases, right click on databases, go to new connection, and from the drop down menu, that's the driver, the drop down box, make sure you select MySQL connector. After selecting MySQL connector, you click on next. If you can't find MySQL connector, that means you need to install MySQL connector on your machine. I know some of us may find MySQL connector, but the driver file may not be found. In that case, we ourselves need to download this file, that's MySQL connector for Java, and we use our add button to add it to our project. And we will click on next, and here's the form for us to set our connection string, like how we set for our workbench, MySQL server, WAMP server. The same applies here. So first of all, we go to the home page of our server, MySQL workbench. So here I have something here to do it. If I want to see more about it, you just click on, you just place your mouse, then do it again. You place your mouse on it, and at the edge of it, you see this opening, you just click on it and you have it here. So you see user account is root, my password is not stored, but I have a password. That's very good. And I know my host name is localhost on port 3306. So let's make the same input over here. Host is localhost on port 3306, and the database I'll be using is not MySQL, but is the database we just created recently, that is hospital. And my username is root, and my password is the password I use to log in to MySQL server. That's fine. Now I'll take remember password. Now let me click on test connection, and connection succeeded. So my connection is true. I'll just click on finish, and I'm done with importing my database to my NETBEANS ID. Let's see if it's true. So let's click on this plus sign, and we will find our database over here, hospital. Let's click on this one too, and there is tables, views, and procedures. Let's click on tables, and you see our table over here, login. When you click on it, you'll find all your columns within this table. But we can right click on it, view data. So let's right click on login, view data, and we have our data within it. That's ID, username, and password. We can create new tables even within this ID. That's create table. We can recreate the table, updating the table, and we can also create our own commands and execute them. That's very nice. That means I will not be using this again, so let me close it. So we are done with our first task. That's important. So our second task is to create a connection to our database. So I'll create a new project. So you select Java and make sure it's Java application, then next, and I'll give you a name, hospital. So hospital management, system. And make sure create main class is tick, and then finish. So our project is ready, and all we are going to do here is first create a class, a public class that will hold our connection string, so that in the sequence lessons to be coming, or in our sequence way to create our project, you will also use this connection string we are going to create today in other forms we will be creating as we go on. So I'll make I'll create a class here. I'll right click on this one, go to new, I'll select Java class. I'll give it a name, DB connection. That's the database connection. Okay, so after that I'll click on finish, and our database class, that's the connection class, is ready. Under this class, I'll create a class that will hold our connection string. This class needs to be public so that each form that we will create will access the connection string. So I'll make it a public static, because it shouldn't be dynamic for now. So public static connection, and this connection type, we are going to give it a name, connect. That's the name we are going to give it to it. And we will bring our double we will close, open and close bracket, and we will use curly brackets over here, or braces. So there is a red line here, and let's click on this one. When we click on this, sorry, the spellings, let's make it this small caps, and still there is a red line. Let's click on this and see import java.sql.connection. let's import, and then it goes, and let's see this one to add a return statement. So now let's write our connection string. First of all, we know connection to be part of Java NETBEANS libraries, or let me put it in other way, the names, or the names that the IDE remembers as part of his or her libraries. So it's part of coding. It's not a variable for now. So we cannot pass our connection string to connection, because it's a function on its own. So you need to get a new variable so that we can pass our connection string. So I'll say now the connection, you are not a variable for now, but please pass everything to this guy for me, which is con, which is not part of the libraries or these functions, but it's just a variable. So you say con, then you will say for now you are now, meaning you are empty. So even if someone is using you and you reaches this part of this code, just be empty. And we will use our try and catch statement, so that if there is any error, we will use the catch to display the error, so that we can trace and know where the error is coming from. And it will help us also in coding, and also it will help us as we move on. We know the benefit of using this try and catch statement. So now in creating connection string in Java, you need only two lines. The first one is the class name, and the second one is the connection string. The class name puts the type of connection you are using, and the connection string identify the type of connection, where the connection is coming from. Let me put it that way. So first one is the class. So we specify the class name over here, and the second one we are saying is connection string, and this connection string will place in con, or meaning con will be holding our connection string. So con is equal to driver manager dot get connection. So we are going to do this. We are reading these two lines of code. Where are we going to get our class name? Our class name is very simple. Let's go back to services. So under services, you see the top here holds everything about our database or about our connection to the database. So I'll right click on it, I'll go to properties, and display name is the one holding our connection string. So all you need to do is just copy everything there. So use Ctrl C to copy, and you close this one, you paste it here in double quotes. So just paste it here. So after pasting it, in double quotes, so after pasting it, we need to make some small changes here. Root is the username, so it needs to be separated from this one. So I will just clean this off, and I'll bring a double quote at the back of the now, then I'll bring a comma, and I'll put root in double quotes. That's the username. What's left again is left with the password. So I'll clean what's here, then I'll just add my password also in double quotes, and my password is also now. So this is my connection to the database, and this is the username of the database, and this is the password of that database, and this is the database name over here. Now what about the class name? Let's go back to our properties here, and let's search for driver class. So this is our class name. I'll click on this arrow, and I'll copy what's in here, Ctrl C, then I'll put that one too in double quotes. So we have our class name also ready. Our class name is com.java.jdbc, that's Java Database Connection.driver, meaning it's a name of a library. Which library are we talking about? Let's go to our project and see if we can find this library. We are having the name over here. So let's go to projects, let's go to libraries, and we are not having any library here called MySQL JDBC.driver. So let's search through our libraries by right clicking on libraries and go to library, and we will search through if you can find MySQL Connection. So you see we have MySQL, and we also have JDBC, that's the Java Database Connection over here, and the last one was driver. We also have it here. So let's select that one, and we add this library over here. So our library is also being imported over here. So we've written our connection string, and in this class, when we execute our program or we launch our program, this class is being executed. So I want to place our connection string over here. So I want to tell the program that when it launches, first of all, connect to my database, give me feedback or a message showing that there is a connection. So you say DB connection, that's the class over here which is holding our connection string. Dot meaning which type of class should I use, and I will say connect, that's the connect class you should execute. Then I'll bring my termination sign. Let's go back to our class. Let's leave it one code. Let's display some message to the user to see that there is a connection. So I'll say J option in dot show message. So we are showing some message, but let's show message dialog. Parent component means the location of this box. and we know lambda line to be having a center to be 0. That's now. So I'll say and that will be, it will be placed at the center of the screen, and I'll show some message to be connected. And whenever there is an error, I'll use this G option pin to show this error. Dot show message, and this time around I will still make it to be the center, and there is an E here. Where is this E? This E is the exception, so every exception will be placed in E, and I want to show this E so that I will know that exception. So that's all for here. So let's run our project. So we have a message showing that there is a connection connected. Very good. What if I try to play around with the connection string? Like over here, instead of root, I'll make it root. Let's run and see. So you see the exception. I said the J option pin used at the exception part. I mean this part. It has popped the problem towards this E. So you can see it over here. Where is it? Sorry. So we can see it over here. Yes. Let's run again. Is popping a message to us and indicating that access denied for user root. So I need to know, oh, there is no user root, but it is root. So let me make it root and see. Let's make it root. So root, and let's test our connection. Connected. Very good. So now we've gotten connection to our database. Thank you very much, guys. In our next lesson, we will be looking a lot and more. We will be digging deeper into how to create a login form. Not just a login form, but a customized login form where you will not set password for users, but users set their own password. All you need to do is just add the users, and they will set their password on their own when they log in. So we'll be looking at that one in our next lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye bye.